Hey guys, day 26. And today I just want to talk a little bit about a couple of things I've been thinking about with regard to the whole idea of going on a journey of transformation and why a process of an intentional process of transformation is actually absolutely critical for literally for everybody in one way or another. And so I just want to talk about that today and why it's actually, I guess, sort of the motivation, not just my personal motivation, but why I think it's actually a really critical thing that everybody engages in. Um, because there are a couple of different ways, I guess, to think about a process of transformation. One is where it's just basically behavior modification um, in order to get a different external result in some area. So I might, for instance, change my business practices in order to make more money, or I might change my lifestyle choices in order to be more healthy, or um, I might change the way I interact with other people to improve my relationships. So those are all good things, and they can those types of behavioral changes can um, definitely make things better and make things easier. Um, but I think what I'm really trying to get at is that there's a difference between that and um, a transformative process which actually changes your character at a fundamental level. Um, so that you are, for instance, I mean, I could think of 100 different examples in terms of character qualities, so that you, like, for instance, you might become a reliable person as opposed to an unreliable person. You might become a patient person as opposed to an impatient person. You might become a kind person as opposed to someone who's mean. Um, you might become a more loving person as opposed to somebody who's really self-absorbed. So there are a lot of different character qualities um, that are there in some degree or another for every individual. And I think what the journey of transformation is, the most important aspect of a journey of transformation is the way in which it transforms your character, and you become a person that you weren't before. And it's in becoming a person that you weren't before, like being more patient, being more kind, being more reliable, um, acting more courageously. Um, those kinds of things are what bring about sustainable long-term change. If you're simply trying to reach a goal, like I want to lose a certain amount of weight, or um, I want to make changes in my fitness routine so that I can achieve a certain fitness goal or whatever it might be. Um, you might reach that goal by making those changes, by making those behavioral modifications. But unless you actually have transformed at a deeper sort of character level, those changes won't be sustainable. They'll just, you'll reach your goal, and then unless you set another goal, you'll just go back to doing what you were doing before. So I think that I just wanted to kind of point that out, that it's not just it's not just about changing life circumstances. It's about changing something that's deep inside of you, and um, actually becoming a person who's just motivated by deep character qualities, as opposed to someone who's motivated by short-term gains to change circumstances in order to feel like life is better. So Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Um, and I think the other thing that happens when you actually expand qualities of character, your ability to impact not just your own life but the lives of everybody around you increases exponentially, and you can, that's worth a lot. Your capacity to love people, to engage with other people, to make their lives better, and to potentially help them on their own journey of transformation is much greater. And the other thing that I think I want to really emphasize too is that I'm choosing specific areas that I want to change, and I'm choosing specific practices that I think will bring about change for me. And those practices, I guess, in terms of like changing your character, and becoming a sort of more character-driven person, those specific changes are specific practices are like they're like doors that you can walk through, right? That lead to a place, but there's not just one door. So I guess what I'm saying is that how you implement your journey of transformation doesn't need to be a replica of what I'm doing at all. You have your own ideas about what you need to change and the things that you want to see um, transformed in your own life, and I think that's what you need to go with. So, I mean, I'm happy for people to do what I'm doing, but like, take your own journey. The important thing is to actually take the journey for everybody. So, um, I think I'll talk a little bit more in the next video about why people don't take it, why I myself haven't taken it, and why I've tried a bunch of times in the past and failed, um, and what I think and hope may be different this time around, which has to do with underlying beliefs about myself, about the world, and about what's possible. So, we'll talk about that in the next video. All right, hope you guys are doing well, and we'll talk again soon.